Here I'm drilling the eyelets for the servo holder. Try not to drill my hand. Snug and tight, which I'm okay with that. Now I can drill the holes for the bolts, and should be a good looking axle. Alright, so now I'll drill a hole for the bolt. We'll drill that hole just a little bigger. I'll bolt that in. And then I'll drill the other hole. Okay, I'll bolt this on. Should line up perfect. Let's see. It's nice and flush. Looks pretty good. And there's the eyelet and screw. Now for the second one. And then we'll be done. And it won't be perfectly level, but it'll be close enough. Okay. See where we're at here. There we are. Crap out of it. Looks good. After this, it should be done. Let me put this axle back together. Do some fine tuning to the arms on the steering. Later on I'll show you what I did on these things for some reason have toe in real bad when you pull them out of the box, so I did something to eliminate that, so it should turn rather well. Okay, let's see what it looks like. Nice and flush. Close enough to hobby grade. And we just need to finish it. We'll be pulling this back off to waterproof it. I'll waterproof everything. As I do crazy things with these. Alright, so we're good to go. That should be very strong. Alright, on to the next thing. In case anybody was wondering, here's what the inside of one of these Hb1001 Axles look like. Goofy. But hey, if it works, great. Now I'm going to end up putting a little bit of marine grease in there. And if you can tell, I spoke about getting rid of that toe end. I just drilled and put in some M3 all threads and just increase the distance. And I can adjust it a little more. I'll do a little more tuning later on, but for now I may end up doing that with this arm here as well, because I believe the way I mounted the servo, it's probably more to the driver's side, so it's not a problem. And the part number for the servo holder I used is a Team Associated, I should say, Team Associated number 7137. I put those in a lot of home built RCs. All right, let's do something here. Okay, it works. It works. All right, there we go. Go ahead and set the screws in place. The nice thing is they're all the same screw. Makes the job a little easier. I'll show you the ESC here in a bit. I've taken the liberty to waterproof that already. It is actually an ESC from the old ECX, or yeah, I think the Boost buggy. And when they first came out, it was a brushed unit. I did some experimenting before. What I did, I don't want to buy another ESC, so I don't want to put a dual motor ESC on this, so I ended up just hooking both motors up to one ESC, and lo and behold, it worked great.
You on the phone?
So, that's my wife playing with the animals. Alright, I don't know if that's all the screws or not, but we'll find out when it falls apart. Anyway, here is the ESC, still drying. Well, it might be dry. You can tell it's old. But you know, it works, it still works great. So that should be waterproof. I have not waterproofed the off and on switch yet. Here's what I used, liquid tape. It works phenomenal. And I will do this to the servo once I'm done here. All right, here it is. Let's see if it works. I think we'll be all right. She's ready to be put in. I want to show you the wheels and tires I'm going to put on it for now. These are for a different project, but I made a video of how I did this. These are my favorite wheels. They are the J Concept Hazard wheels, and they also have an awesome insert or a disc you can put in the wheel. These are black, but they're pretty cool. Now, these are short course wheels, and I put crawler tires on them. I'll show you. Now, these are 2.2 crawler tires, and I made them fit these short course wheels. But in comparison to the HB tire, a little bigger and much more hobby grade than this rock hard whatever. So we'll see how this works out. So that means I got to make this a 12 millimeter. So I'll work on an adapter for that, and we'll see how that goes, and then that'll complete this. And then we're good to go. Moving on to the next thing. Before I start putting this back together, I want to show you what I did to the chassis and how I'm going to mount my electronics on the main frame. I cut out the center section, and what I'm going to do is mount all my electronics into the bottom of this upside down. Everything will be sitting upside down. I'm going to go crazy with lighting. I'm going to put tons of lights on this. But if you look at this, it is actually deep enough to fit a lot of stuff in there. And once you put your cover on, it still looks stock, clean, and neat. Well, I have the ESC part still, but everything, it's a good over 2 inches deep in there, so you can fit your ESC receiver, and there's a huge light, whatever, that I can fit in there. I'm thinking about putting sound to this too. I might as well. So everything will be hid inside, and I will do the wiring as neat as possible. And of course the LiPo battery will fit in the back here. Alright, so now we're going to start assembling. Alright, so this is what I've done with the electronics. I'm putting them in the base of the interior. I think that worked out pretty good. The lights mechanism will go here. And here's what I've done with the motors. I've put both negative and positive together to run off of a single motor ESC. So now to put this together and to test it out, later on I'll put the lights in, and I was going to put sound in the bottom of this, but instead I want to try a small battery. Instead of using the typical 2S LiPo size battery, I got a few of these that fit in here pretty darn nicely, so I don't have to fix my plug. I was originally going to put the plug outside here somewhere like that and fix it, but I think this will work out pretty nice. Depending on play time, I'll mock this up, put it together, drive it around, and see how long it lasts. If it's 20 minutes or plus, that's cool. I'll just stick with that. So I'll get putting it together now. Alright, so here it is with the interior bolted in to the underbelly. You can see, it's got plenty of room. It's going to be nice. I say let's plug in the battery and put the cover on. See what it does. See how this battery's going to fit in here. Tuck the wiring in somehow. Let's put our cover on. Can't tell any different. Pretty cool. Alright, something else I did here. I fixed the off and on switch to the very back here. Kind of nice and neat. Clean as I could possibly make it look. Now here's something. I say we're a go.